of Ploopy.
Nice.
Many don't know.
Versus MuteAce, who is known best for one character in particular. Yes, he does have a secondary, Palutena, but that's more to just cover some bad matchups.
Yeah.
This is, I think, definitively the best Peach in the world right now.
Oh, for sure. And you never know what you're going to get from MuteAce. On his best weekend, I mean, he's up with the best, can beat anyone in the world. I don't think he'll struggle too much with a Marth, but you never know. I mean, this character has got some sneaky damage and a nice little shield breaker poke there for a tipper. 60 damage on the board already.
I absolutely would not count 11 out. This player is, again, sort of in a similar spot to where Omega was at a couple years ago. An on-the-come-up player in Georgia, doing really, really well. Everyone in Georgia is threatened by him. Can beat anyone on the Georgia PR, but I think just hasn't gotten that national acclaim yet. Hasn't got that big result in a big tournament. So I think it's only a matter of time. Can this be the one?
Yeah, it's crazy to see the rise of Georgia over the Smash Ultimate,
Yes,
lifespan. I don't know how it was in Smash 4, but I mean, you just see so many players. Cola, Omega.
Yeah. I lived in Georgia
Raph.
for the beginning of Smash Ultimate,
Yeah.
and that was a special time to get into this video game. Special time in a special place.
Yeah, and Fatality was there too as well, right?
Yep.
Or it still is, I don't know.
He's getting back into it.
Yeah, he's been playing
Wow,
recently,
an excellent start here from 11. Finds a down smash tech chase, and this is actually a dominant start.
Hey, showing why Georgia's strong. I might just be a regional threat so far, but I might break out at any point, and this Marth going to show why. Already beating Ian earlier in the bracket, and now we're against MuteAce with a stock lead as Marth in 2025. Ooh, I love the string, the read.
He's landing up airs.
I mean, you'll have to see. I mean, this is looking, he's flowing like Zane right now.
He really is. People forget that Marth's got some sauce.
He really does. It just don't work sometimes.
Yeah, that's true.
But when he works, it's a joy to watch.
Wow, great tech there. I wouldn't have thought he was in any danger at all, but wow, the back air going to come out on the ledge and even things up a little bit.
Oh,
wow, finding the tipper nair, and man, that's strong. 95% on ledge, just going to nair you to death.
The move hits like a truck, man. You just see it hit, and it's like, wow, okay, I'm dead. That's it. And dude, I love these down airs. Wow. Get so much damage off of them.
Waterfowl dance out here. He's moving around with such grace and elegance.
Give Millennia a run for her money for sure. And
yep.
We'll see if he can stomp this one out or if MuteAce is going to find some life in game one. The damage has been coming out in droves from 11. And MuteAce is really struggling to string together large combos, getting a lot of these wins here, building some damage and going to find that stock. I don't think he makes it back, but MuteAce just...
Neither does MuteAce. And wow, great awareness from 11 there.
Yeah.
He almost up-beat to save him, and then went, woo!
Yeah, no, I'm just going to...
Held out.
A guy like me wouldn't even press the button. Maybe he wanted a 2-stock. I get it.
Yep. And wow, what an excellent start. And we're just talking about PGR versus PR level threats.
Yeah.
I don't know. I might be eating my words on that one.
It just takes, I mean, it only takes one time, right? Like, you break out, you realize, hey, man, I can play with these guys. Like, they're not anything, like, they're playing the same game I am. They have the same set of options I have. Like, why not me? So like, we'll see if 11 can push it here. Error on the scoreboard. It's 1-0-11's favor so far.
Yeah. And I don't think this would be some insane, I mean, obviously it's MuteAce, one of the best players in the world, so it's an amazing win no matter who you are. 11 has some great wins already, so I definitely don't want to be decrying them as a major threat, but it'll be so cool to see like an actual massive major placement for them.
Yeah, it all starts in pools, right? And here we are.
Yep.
And winners still. And can we send MuteAce to losers? Can we build this run? If you're 11, you already have such a good win. And Ian. It's all going to come down to game 2. I feel like this will really set the tone. If MuteAce takes this one back, it's going to be a lot more difficult to close it out.
Wow, great use on the turnip there. This is a player who's studied the game. Doesn't get too much out of it, but love to see those Z-catch plays on characters who don't have projectiles themselves.
See a little bit of planking come out from 11. And one thing to consider with Marth is, like, I mean, this is kill percent. Like, if you hit an F smash and even a double up air, probably wouldn't have done it, but it would have been scary nonetheless. And the back are going to catch it for MuteAce. Yeah, going up in game 2.
Spot would have at least been close there. I don't know if it would have quite died. But that full rage on Marth can be terrifying sometimes.
Oh, he almost died.
Yeah, that
almost died.
That combo could have been it. But swinging with that forward air to catch the turnip, that's a really big deal off stage.
Yeah, no, it seems like 11 is very comfortable playing around the items, especially catching a lot of turnips.
MuteAce has spent a lot of time in Georgia, so I don't know exactly how the experience goes here, but I know that this is probably not the first time these two players have played.
Yeah, no, and this one's going so well for MuteAce, really slowing the game down. I feel like not getting hit by all these strings, not taking the big damage all at once, just taking small bits and pieces, and that's what you kind of have to do versus Marth. He struggles so hard to find the kills. And a great commanding lead from MuteAce in game 2.
Finding the rainbow. And we really are going to have to see something big out of 11 if he wants to claw this one back. So far, it has been the MuteAce show here, but a nice delayed side B. You have to like delay that at a perfect timing to make sure every time that you get the sweet spot, not the sour spot. It's a little bit higher skill ceiling than like a Roy side B, but it can be just as strong and just as deadly.
I think it might be a little bit stronger too with those mid percents. It's so insane, the knockback. Like he would die right now if he got a tipper at the edge. But it is really hard to time. It's really hard to get that perfect spacing.
All the variables starting to need it.
I don't know, he's sitting a decent percentage window, and now we're building it up. It's getting a bit more dire, but definitely not out of reach still. Gonna have to find a stock some way.
Going for the short hop neutral B there. Trying to hit him with the shield break combo.
Oh, man.
Left forward air, gonna catch a DI out, probably trying to tech away or something like that. Gonna die without a single red spark. And MuteAce showing that, you know, this is why he is a player of the caliber that he is. Not shook at all after that game 1. Just pure composure here.
Yeah, and it looks
Stone
like
Cold Killer. Look at those eyes.
with the gunners on, whatever they're, the yellow light or the blue light glasses.
Oh wow, I don't like the camera eye contact. I feel like it feels like a threat.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a great adaptation there from MuteAce, really taking control of that set. And I did look it up, and it seems that these two have played one other time before at DreamHack Atlanta in 2024. Went in MuteAce's favor, 3-0, but I mean, already doing better than that so far for 11, and we'll see if he can turn the tides and even up that set count. We're in game 3. This is going to be a decisive one. We're on small battlefield, so 2 platforms to play with in terms of a tech chase damage that 11 was getting in the game 1. Gonna like that.
Damage coming out. Okay, you know, I love these attempts at an edge guard. So many stall options on Peach that it's not going to ever be consistent, but you have to put the threat out there.
Yeah, it's really difficult with all the mix-ups that, and we're seeing a lot of that recently from MuteAce. The footstool punishes have been clinical recently. I've seen so many clips of MuteAce getting some nice punishes off really safe moves.
We are in year 7, and that's when those kinds of things start to come out. And an excellent turnip edge guard there, finding the snipe, and this game is looking about like game 2.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if we can find a little X factor to bring us back into it, because last game it looked bad. It ended decently enough. Like, it wasn't super out of reach for 11, but definitely would have been a hope and a prayer to win that one. And this one starting off very similarly. We'll see if 11 can find the X factor that Marth so desperately requires to be viable.
So what do you think of Marth in general, just as a character in terms of viability?
I think he's really bad. I think he's really, really bad. Just because.
Oh, really?
The consistency is so important in this game, with characters that can just force their game plan on everyone.
No jump. Ooh. Weaving his way through. Yeah, I don't know how to feel. This is a complicated character, also a rare character.
That's the biggest problem.
And a character with a simpler version that's also good.
Yes, and she's so good. Lucina is so strong. Yeah. It's hard to say he's horrible, but like it's just the worst of both worlds a lot of the time.
And we're seeing that volatility here. Running away with that game 1 and then just not able to find a kill sub, 100 ever since, and that's made a huge difference.
That's the big thing, right? It's like, when can you find those kills earlier than Lucina? And is that enough to justify all the rest of the downsides of playing Marth, right? Like, and it just seems like in this game that calculation just doesn't end up making sense.
I think you're very right. And Lucina, no slouch in the killing department anyway.
She's solid. I mean, she got nerfed a couple times. If she didn't get nerfed, she'd still be, so popular. You still see her quite a bit. Players like Mr. E still powder at a high level.
Mr. E, who is here today. Not sure how he's doing in winners, in singles, but he's doing very good in doubles earlier.
Yeah, absolutely. And man, we're still on the first stock with MuteAce. We're 3 minutes into the game, and Marth just cannot find it, and we're not even at 100%. It's like
He's
not even a
lapped
yeah.
as well. Yeah. And that is going to be a put-to-bed 3 stock here, and that's a 2-1 lead for MuteAce. 11's got to dig deep.
Yeah, I mean, you really got to reconsider it, and I feel like it's going to be a character swap here. It's got to be, right? And I'm curious as to why we're not going to the hero. I feel like that's got to be a solid matchup. I know MuteAce has got a lot of experience versus Beast Mode Paul, if I had to guess at all, because they're both from Florida.
We might, okay, looks like he's considering it. I mean, we did not see the swap off hero after losing to Ian in that first set.
Sticks to his guns.
As you looked up there, though, it was a 3-0 where MuteAce won all Peach Marth, right? In their first
Seems
set.
like this might be auto-filled. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but 11's someone who's going to believe in his guns, but right now they are misfiring.
Not quite locked and loaded here in games 2 and 3. We'll see if we can find some kind of rhythm in game 4 to bring it back into a game 5. It's so difficult. Like I said, when you're losing against these players, these top players, and you don't keep them on their toes, you don't put them on the back heel, it is so hard to finish these sets out. And MuteAce probably feeling so comfortable now, like locked in, like, hey, I've got this guy figured out. Let me play my game plan. I don't have to panic. It's working out for him so far in game 4, and going to take the first stock immediately. 30 seconds, 40 seconds into the game.
This is the MuteAce we're used to seeing, just utter dominance and an incredible amount of damage off of every single touch. That's the biggest thing Peach has going for her. Oh, and now you're in a rough spot, but great disadvantage of the down air going to sour spot, but keeping the advantage state going, and that's a situation where you would rather be on Lucina.
That's just so sad because it was such a beautiful conversion, the down air sweet spotting into the forward air, a beautiful forward air catching the side switch to the ledge, but not going to kill in the back air like you said. Just a sour spot, not going to take it. It's such a high percent. Going to find the down smash, not quite going to do it.
You know, one of the things that makes me sad about this game is this is a character, these are both Echo fighters. And Marth and Lucina have clear, defined differences. Yes. There used to be some differences between Peach and Daisy. And they said, nah, we're just going to get rid of that. An excellent up tilt there, though, going to at least even up the stock count. And I just got to wonder why they did that.
Well, I know that the early difference between them was the turnip knockback.
Yeah,
values.
That was really it. And they decided, hey, we want them to be exactly the same, no differences.
Which is odd. Well, I've heard that the values on Daisy were like the Smash 4 ported values, and Peach got new ones. So like, it probably was a mistake, but it was a cool mistake. Like it was like, oh, they actually have a little bit of a difference. There's a reason to use one or the other, and I'm sure one of them would have been like favored at a certain point, but.
I think, I really like the Echo designs where they make significant changes, like the Crom Roy, but catching that jump back to stage.
Crom Roy, Ken Ryu, like these characters all play very differently from each other, despite having the same kits for the most part.
Even just changing a few values on a couple moves to make their combo strings better, stuff like that, I think would be very good.
It is very interesting. This game 2, I mean, it was game 4. Going a bit better for 11 than game 3, but still, I mean, not out of reach. I mean, we're not out of it yet. Can we find a stock that we've been harping on? It's so difficult to find for Marth.
Goes for the intentional grab release there. Not really a thing in this game except on a character like this, where you're trying to find like a buffered air dodge or something like that that you can follow off of.
Yeah, their forward throws are so poor in terms of positioning. It's kind of like, you know what? Let me just grab release.
Their throws do like 5%. Oh, man, another sour spot. Rough to see.
Had the read too, just not the spacing and timing to get the air dodge to ledge, and that would have been such a big pickup for 11. And forward tilt setting nowhere at a 150.
These trades absolutely killing 11 here. You cannot take more damage. You need to keep this percentage low. We're already into the orange health. And even the sweet spot not going to kill at 150.
That's what I'm talking about. You see this in the tournament set, and it's just like, I feel like the F-tilt would have sweet spotted there, maybe waiting for a panic option. Back air finally going to connect. That is one of the moves that is a bit more reliable, consistent on moving targets. You know, that back air actually is a pretty generous hitbox. And we're going to see a bunch of damage. I like the idea. Going to try to catch the jump out, but not going to get it.
We're seeing a little bit more flow coming out from 11. Maybe finding a little bit of second win confidence here. Can he take it all the way?
Yeah, I mean, we're pretty close to a shield break situation here. The shield is getting a bit low on MuteAce's end, and that would certainly spell death if he could space the forward smash afterwards. But
great little tomahawk, and now we're in an advantage state situation. An F smash sweet spot on ledge would do it, so we're very far from a done deal here.
You're going to see him rip at the forward back air. Beautiful confirm. Can he find it?
Great
Oh, and
avoidance
it's
there
enough!
from MuteAce, but oh my god, he avoided the ledge as well. Finding the slow drift into the blast zone. That's 2 games out of these 5 that ended like this for MuteAce.
Yeah, and we're just like, man, I mean, you have to avoid that back air, right? Like, you can't get hit by
Wow,
it.
how did the fair miss first off?
Yeah, I mean,
So, I mean, you got to think he really didn't have a lot of options here, because if he did drift in enough to grab ledge, the fair hits for sure.
yeah, it's so rough. Like, and a beautiful pickup from 11, because there's not a lot of ways to get these stocks cleanly. Like, what Marth can always do, though, is edge guard, right? Like, the Lucina, the Marth, they have such a low fall speed. They have such great double jumps, and up specials are uncontestable, so it's just so easy to edge guard. Man, can we do it on small battlefield, though? Both games won on 11's side on PS2 so far.
That's one of those things, oh, wow, great little combo coming out here at the start from MuteAce. That's one of those things I really like about Ultimate specifically as a game, is that there are big advantages to being a fast faller, but there are also big advantages to being a floater.
Yeah.
Being able to just sort of camp out there off stage and wait for your opponent to have to pick an option is just so useful on a character like Marth with a big sword. Just swing at people trying to come back to stage.
Yeah, both the back air and the forward air doing a lot of work off stage for 11 to miss set, but taking a lot of damage, not quite losing the stock, and a catch the turn up with the forward air masterfully done from 11 off the stage.
Some beautiful recoveries all set long. Oh, tries to get the cheeky kill at 40%. Not going to do it, but does swing back a little bit. 54 on the board. And a back air going to cover roll and take it down for MuteAce so far, but it's not undoable yet. It's not. We're not in a bad situation yet. It really just depends on these next 2 or 3 interactions go.
Yeah, and I love to see the way 11 is playing this game 5. It's not quite going in his favor like you want it to be, but I mean, definitely showing some life here with the openings and the reads and the defensive options, just not really paying off because the character just doesn't get that much. Like, you make these reads with a meta character like Game & Watch, like Kazuya, like Steve, like he's dead 3 times almost already, right? Like,
that's true. The
showing
advantages
the gap.
of Marth, though, are just the ability to keep swinging and the ability to demand space from your opponent.
Yeah.
Oh, doesn't quite get the footstool follow-up. That is just everywhere these days. Not just for this character, but every single character main is exploring their footstool options right now.
Yeah, it's such a universal punish option on these close range areas where you don't want to like cross up. You get crossed up normally and there's nothing you can do. Well, you get a footstool now. And like, it's so difficult for a character like Peach too, and a beautiful chase there from 11. Going to take that first stock at 110%. Can he hang on to it long enough to make this competitive?
Keeping the hope alive, and a great nair to swing back, but doesn't make his way all the way to center. Only 10% on the board. MuteAce looking to run away with it.
Yeah, it's not a great look here for 11. Can we find some life? Can we find this stock?
Last
and
game
make it
also
last?
looked like this, and 2 whip grabs in a row going to both go unpunished for MuteAce.
Yeah, no, it's looking so difficult, right? It's not going to be easy to come back if you're 11 here. I mean, you need so many things to go your way. I feel like we're going to have to see some kind of edge guard and a beautiful footstool, but no punish, falling out of the down air. I like the idea of waiting for the option, but not going to get the follow-up on the platform.
Things are slipping away as MuteAce racks up more and more damage on this final stock. Only 52 on the board. Can he find the ledge trap to end it? But a nice swing back for an 11. Going to reclaim center stage.
Someone's got to do it.
Oh,
really
you
nice
got to
punish
go
out of
for the
shield.
big swings at this point.
Yeah, I feel like you just got to find this stock somehow, some way, and just make it a last stock situation. And at that point, anything can happen. But if you can't find this one, it's just going to be curtains. It's so scary being in the corner versus Peach, but he's gotten out of the corner so many times in a row now. MuteAce pressure maybe faltering a bit, being a little conservative, not trying to give anything away for free.
Once you get towards that back air kill percent on Peach, that's when you're really in danger.
Yeah,
'Cause that's the easy one to hit.
Yeah, you roll in, you're going to get caught. And up throw, not going to take it just yet, but quite a bit of knockback on it, despite it not really being a kill throw as far as I know. Back air not going to sweet spot, not going to take it. Can we get an edge guard here? Would be huge and untechable. The back air, like you mentioned, so easy to hit when it's at that kill percent.
Yeah.
Devastating.
A beautiful showing there from 11. Looking
Yeah.
like a really, really solid threat against one of the best players in the world. All right, y'all. I've been Solo Jones, and this here has been Campaign Poppy. We are happy to be bringing you this commentary here at Patchwork 2025. How's your block been?
It's been a good time. We saw a lot of great sets, a lot of game fives. I mean, that last one, 11, the one with Ian. We saw 11 twice in 2 game fives,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And we saw the Willie set early on. I mean, been a great time here at Patchwork. There's so much more Smash to be played this weekend. It's been great.